welcome back to Small Tales. I'm Peyton. I had a wild imagination growing up and expressed a lot of that imagination through writing stories and drawing. But nothing seemed to satisfy that imaginative hunger like making something out of cardboard. It was never enough for me to simply enjoy a show, book, or movie. No, I had to actually create items from that fantasy world. That's part of the reason why I make cartoons. Now, to make a good cardboard creation, I use these household items. Cardboard, duh, duct tape, scissors, superglue, and zip ties. What sort of things did I make, you ask? Wow, what a great and unexpected question. Childhood. As a kid, I always pictured myself as an inventor and wanted to desperately create cool gadgets. So, as you would guess after watching James Bond and Jason Bourne movies, I was inspired to make laptops, phones, guns, and other gadgets that secret agents would use. I always thought that one day I would make these things in real life. Following that same mentality, when I was into the Yu-Gi-Oh! TV show, I made dual discs and Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards out of cardboard. I don't know why, when I had an actual dual disc and actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. For those of you who don't know what a dual disc is, it is a device that you strap onto your arm to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards onto. That way, you are not limited to only using tables. You could play anywhere. At school, in the middle of the road, in an open field. I also made Cyclops goggles from the X-Men, backpacks, briefcases, and even armor, all out of cardboard. Bulletproof armor. Yes, armor. I made a full-fledged suit. My friends and I used to have airsoft wars with toy guns that shoot plastic BBs. We had machine guns so that we could shoot each other like 60 times in just a few seconds. It hurt, and we would sometimes bleed from being shot. Hence why I made the armor. My goal was simple: create impenetrable armor so that I could walk out like Iron Man, not feel a thing, and then shoot all my friends. Except it was never that easy. I ended up having gaps in my armor, and even though I tried to make gloves, my fingers still got shot. Ow! My finger. Gliders. I grew up watching my favorite show in the whole wide world. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Basically, there are 4 elements that people can manipulate with karate poses. One particular element, air, had these cool gliders that airbenders could use. While I knew that I could not bend the elements, I could create one thing from the show that was sure to work. I created a glider. Now this was no high-end glider like you see for paragliding. Nah, this was a low-budget one. If I could make an invention with household items, then you better bet I was going to try it. For this, I used wooden beams, duct tape, and trash bags. I nailed the beams together in an I shape and duct taped the trash bags on top. What could possibly go wrong? I was a cardboard inventor after all. After a few failed attempts of jumping off the electric box near my house, I was ready for the real deal. I tried to convince my dad to let me ride on the roof of the car while holding my glider. I thought that if I could just get enough speed, then maybe, just maybe, it would catch enough wind to fill the wings and I'd be flying. Luckily, my dad had enough sense not to let his 12-year-old son ride on the roof of the car with a makeshift glider. Hang on, little me, come here. I know we have a lot of things that were out of our skill level at your age, so, being older and wiser, I'll make them for you. Things I wish I could have made. Halo armor. I remember being your age and watching all sorts of YouTube videos about making costumes and weapons from video games and movies. So, I made you this Halo armor. Give it a go. You probably gotta grow into it. Dragons. I know we read a lot as a kid, and I may have taken your bike and made a frame around it and built a dragon on top. Enjoy! Ooh, walk it off, buddy. My ultimate idea to make out of cardboard was a helicopter. If you couldn't tell, I am obsessed with flying. If I had one superpower, it would be to fly. I crafted some of my finest blueprints for this invention. The design is simple. Write this down, little me. You take a box and cut holes out for the windows. Create a propeller, mount it on top, and connect it to the bottom of the box with hooks. A rubber band will hold them together and be the spinning mechanism. And bada bing, bada boom, you have a helicopter. It's a foolproof plan. You can fly into school like. Whoa! Look at the time. Okay, let's get to school. This is Peyton coming in for a landing. Roger that. Is your homework done? Yes. Teacher gave the signal. The landing is clear. Ah, that's so cool. You can fly all across town with this thing. Imagine, you're going to the grocery store, but traffic is jammed. Everyone's honking their horns. The person next to you is jamming their music super loud. It'll take you half an hour to get there. But with a cardboard helicopter, you just fly over all those problems and get there in 5 minutes. Alright, bye. Be safe. It never would have worked. It needed power. Perhaps a lawnmower engine would work. What's this? Apparently, you have to have a pilot's license and use a GPS system in your aircraft? And you have to follow the law? What a load of baloney! What? Even if it did work, I'd pose a risk to myself and others? Well, let me tell you something, note-giving person. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Click subscribe and tap the bell to make sure you never miss one of my cartoons. Follow me on the social medias on the bottom of the screen to keep up to date with the progress of the next video.